Here with Miami coach Anthony Noreen after a 4-1 loss at number six Denver. Coach, solid first period. The major penalty call at the beginning of the second, you get down a couple of goals, but that stretch from the first 7 minutes of the period where you're kind of in your own zone, the back-to-back penalties on for that next 20 minutes felt like kind of the recipe for how you want to play on the road against this kind of team.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought from start to finish we were totally committed to our team game. There was zero selfishness, and everybody was on board. And if we had that effort and that intensity and that intention every night, you could live with those. You never accept it, but we were committed tonight, and that was that. I was proud of our group for that. I thought Bruno was great. Obviously, we got to find a way to capitalize on some of those chances we had. Didn't love, and not from Nicky's side, but the 5 minute, I don't know how that's a five. You put the best power play in the country on the power play for essentially 7 minutes, and so that was a little bit frustrating. I just don't think that was indicative of the way the play was. But I thought we responded really well. They scored two, we got through it, we get that next kill, which was huge. Then you give yourself a chance, and good for Colby. He scores a big time goal there to make it 2-1. And then you have some looks, Wally hits a post and Sully's in on net, and you get some cracks on the power play where pucks are laying right in and around the net. I thought there was a lot of good. Now the key is, do you take that, grow from it, build on it, and be better tomorrow? And that's what we have to do.
You mentioned the Ambrosio goal late in the second period, cut it to 2-1. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I mean, just a really good display of what Kobe has. So first off, I thought it was a great entry by us. Really good play by Vito. Has great poise, makes a great play on the entry. We have a really good driver that clears some space, and then Kobe gets a puck and just shows a combination of his speed and skill. He uses his speed wide, and then just a great shot to beat a really good goaltender.
And Bruveris, the TV broadcast named him player of the game, even in the losing effort. Obviously, you mentioned just a huge showing from him tonight, and not just a lot of saves, but of the highlight reel variety a few times.
Yeah, and that was the Bruno that we saw early that just gives you a chance every night. I thought he was athletic again against this team. With the guys they have, they are going to get some chances, and you've got to do everything you can to limit them. But sometimes you're going to have to defend, and there's going to be times your goaltender's going to have to make big saves, and probably going to have to be your best player. And I thought Bruno was our best player tonight for sure.
You kind of talk about the gritty effort, but it seemed like you went down a guy or two as well. So, what kind of, as you look ahead to tomorrow, what does that mean? You're trying to bounce back even
Yeah,
physically.
I mean, honestly, probably the hardest part about the game is you lose Feener to a, I don't know, probably borderline check early. 2 3 minutes into the game, he takes a high hit, and you lose him. And then Donato obviously gets that penalty, and he gets kicked out. So now we're down to 5D. For the last 36 7 minutes of the game, which I thought those guys did a really good job of just keeping things simple, and I thought our forwards worked back for him really well. Obviously, we got to see where things are at. We got to assess some injuries, whether it's suspension or not, and then again come up with the best lineup combination we have for tomorrow night.
Game two, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Coach, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim.